Hi again, this is Susie here from Mind Over Body weight loss program, and we just finished another one of the programs tonight, the 10-week course, and Anne Owens from Anne Owens Nutrition is back in tonight, and she just did a summary of the key points to remember what to do when you want to lose weight and eat healthy. So Anne, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you could just summarise very briefly for us now, what are the key takeaway points now? Mm-hmm. What can you do to change the way you're eating and eat healthy?
Okay, so it was great to come back tonight and see the group and see everybody doing so well. So well done on that, Susie. Lovely group. So yeah, I just kind of summarised really the important things to think about, you know, for them to try and implement on a daily basis, and obviously that applies to everybody. So it always comes back to blood sugar balance. Yeah. So there's a couple of things that you need to do to ensure that you get your blood sugar levels stable. So the first thing is not to skip meals. So to eat regularly, eat your 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. If there is going to be a very long gap between meals, so maybe 4 to 5 hours, then think about having a snack between. Okay. So all the meals and snacks, if you're having snacks, need to contain some protein. Okay. So a small amount of good quality protein. And what that does is protein makes you feel fuller for longer, so you're less inclined then to be picking. And also, when you're eating a protein with a carbohydrate, so carbohydrate foods are the foods that we get that break down into glucose and raise our blood sugar levels. Now, when you eat protein with a carbohydrate, then that slows down the release of sugar from the carbohydrate. Yes. So an example of, say, a snack, because sometimes when I say to my clients about eating protein, immediately they're thinking kind of, you know, meat and fish, and they're saying, how am I going to get that, you know, into a snack? Yeah. But a really simple way to do it would be, so if you have a piece of fruit, that's your carbohydrate, so have a small handful of nuts with that. So say an apple and, you know, 7 or 8 nuts, 7 or 8 almonds would be a great snack. Yeah. So you've got your protein from your nuts and you've got your carbs from your carbohydrate from your apple, so it's properly balanced. Mm-hmm. Another example might be some Greek yogurt, some natural Greek yogurt for protein, and some blueberries or something like that. Yeah. And you could put some seeds on the top as well for more protein. So that's an important point, is to remember to have protein with your carbs at all meals and snacks. The other thing is to choose the right types of carbohydrate. Mm-hmm. So remembering that all vegetables and fruits are carbohydrates. Yeah. A lot of people seem to think that carbohydrates are just, you know, bread, rice, pasta, potatoes. Yeah. But they're not. They are carbs obviously as well. And then thinking about what are the better quality carbs. So in other words, a good slice of, you know, good quality whole grain bread will be far better than a white sliced pan.
Of course, yeah.
Brown rice instead of white, whole wheat pasta instead of, you know, instead of white, those sort of things. So choosing the right types of carbohydrate, which means that they are going to be the carbohydrates that contain more fibre. So again, the sugars are going to be released more slowly from those than they would be from the more processed carbohydrates. Another important point for weight loss is to remember to stay hydrated. Mm-hmm. So water is really important. Yeah. And really, and particularly now when the weather is getting a bit better, and you know, you might be more inclined to be out in the evening walking or whatever, exercising more, you're going to need more water. Yeah. So at a minimum, we're talking about 2 litres of water a day. And I find that people, when I ask clients about how much water do you drink, they say, oh yeah, I drink plenty of water. And actually, you know, when you question it a little bit, they might be having 2 or 3 glasses a day, and that's not enough.
That's not enough.
No, you need water to stay hydrated. You need water to flush out the toxins, so it helps to cleanse, have an internal cleanse as well, which is really good to flush out all the toxins. And then I suppose another just simple thing to remember is planning in advance. Yeah, you know, plan what your meals are going to be. Have the right ingredients in the house.
Be prepared,
Batch cook, you know, freeze, those sort of things to keep it, to make sure you've always got healthy options. So if you're out working and you're coming in the evening and you're really, really tired, you're not going to want to be standing there peeling and chopping veg and things like that. So have your meals ready in advance. So just to summarise, I would say eat regularly, don't skip meals. Always have some good quality protein with every meal and every snack. Choose the right types of carbohydrates. Make sure you're hydrated, drinking 2 litres of water every day. Plan your meals in advance. Do your shopping, have the right ingredients in. Make it easy for yourself by batch cooking and freezing and having simple things there. So I think, you know, if you do that, then you're really going, you're on the right road.
You're on the right
towards
road.
Weight loss.
That's really good, Anne. Thanks for that.
No problem.
The thing is, it sounds so logical and so simple, and it's you know, I find on the program that's what people do, but then what happens after a while is the self-sabotage comes in. So that's what I said I'm going to talk a little bit about, is what is going on? Why do people self-sabotage? They're doing well for a time, and especially in weight loss, it's losing weight, and all of a sudden they put the weight back on again, and it's this self-sabotage. So it's why are people doing that? So there's a number of reasons for it, and I won't go into them all here, but in a nutshell is that your brain, again, it goes back to the way we're thinking, is your brain is sort of programmed to keep you safe. So once you start to lose weight, there's a little alarm bells go on in your brain, in your limbic system, that is your emotional system of your brain. And that emotional system knows, okay, eating high, sugary, whatever, has kept you alive for as many years as you're alive. So all of a sudden you're eating healthy, you're losing weight, and the alarm bells go off. So you know, the brain is starting to send messages to you to start eating again, go back to your old ways. And that's one of the reasons why it's so difficult to keep the weight off. The other one is that, you know, it's the belief system that you have. So for example, if you're thinking, and I find that a lot with especially women and the clients that I have here, is they believe they're not worth it. Their self-worth is very, very low. So what happens is you start to lose weight, you start to feel really good, but then something kicks in that says, you know, this is not you. You know, what is going on here? You don't deserve to feel great. You don't deserve to have all this energy. It's subconscious. It's not something you would be thinking consciously. But then, you know, your belief system is what you have to work on. It's you're believing you don't deserve it. And so that's your belief system. And on the other hand, your behavior is different, is doing something different. It's eating healthy, it's maybe exercising, looking after yourself, and you're feeling great. So your actions are not aligned with what you believe. So that's important. So what happens is, that's our human nature. We need to align our belief system with our actions. Otherwise, we don't feel right. So what you do is instead of changing your belief system that you do deserve it, you start to eat again, because that will bring you back in line with your values. So it's really important to work on your values. And so it's not a quick fix again, unfortunately. It's about talking positively to yourself. It's about saying, you know, why am I wanting to lose? Why is it I want to lose weight? I want to be healthy. I want to have energy. Talk to yourself about that and say, I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to have energy. I deserve to, you know, go on in life and have all this energy and buy the nice clothes, or, you know, have fun with my children or grandchildren or whatever it is. And keep telling yourself that. So what you're doing is you reprogram that limbic system that is programmed, and your limbic system, all these emotions, these are how you grow up. This is your blueprint. This is how you've been wired growing up. These are the stories you've heard growing up. So change that story. Change the story that you deserve it, that you can do it. It's good for you. It's positive. And, you know, it's something that you want. So, you know, that's really it in a nutshell. And I mean, there's a good bit more to it. And I would show you on the program also how to do that, how to change that belief system, how you can talk to yourself in order to, you know, slowly change your mind and believe that you can do this. So that's us tonight. wasn't as long as it normally is, I hope. And I hope it has helped you, our little videos. I know we've had great feedback. A lot of people, Emma, thanks for that. You said you're going to giggle out of that. But so it's really common sense in nutrition, and it's about staying positive and keeping the head in it and keep talking positively to yourself. Okay.
Okay.
That's it, Anne. Thanks very much for coming in tonight.
No problem, Susie.
And sure, we might do another one in the future. Okay. Thanks very much. All right. Bye now.